I'm the overall study chair for the PROSPER RCC study, which is a global phase 3 study that's asking the question of whether we add PD-1 blockade in the form of nivolumab to surgery in patients with non-metastatic RCC, whether that will improve outcomes, hopefully cure, but also delaying time to recurrence and improving overall survival compared to what is now the standard therapy, which is nephrectomy, either partial or radical nephrectomy. So that's the basic study design. It is targeting patients with either clear cell or non-clear cell kidney cancers. They can't have evidence of metastatic disease. They have to have at least a stage 2 tumor, so 7 centimeters or greater in size. They can have evidence of spread to the local nodes, but not distant spread of the cancer. And so, the reason we're doing PROSPER is it is a little bit different. We are asking people to really disrupt their practice. Right now, the standard practice is to go right to surgery, and then if we do any form of systemic therapy, we think about doing it afterwards in the adjuvant setting. But, all of the rage lately has been in immunotherapies, and namely checkpoint inhibition. And one of the most, studied drug and established drug in kidney cancer is nivolumab, which is an antibody against PD-1. And how that works is it is against target, and the target being PD-L1 on the tumor itself, and then PD-1 on the immune cells. And so nivolumab goes in, binds to PD-1, and disrupts that interaction, which turns off the T cells. And so we think that you need the target around in order for those immune cells with the PD-1 to be around and to have enough of some army to actually stimulate. And so if we give at least 2 doses, as we plan in PROSPER, other studies are looking at 3 doses of a neoadjuvant nivolumab in sort of phase 2 setting. But if we give these 2 doses ahead of time, we have the highest chance of sort of priming the immune cells, the T cells, against the target, which is the tumor itself. So we don't delay surgery too much, do 2 doses of the nivolumab once every 2 weeks, and then within a week they can go to surgery. Then the patient recovers from surgery within 4 to 10 weeks. We hope that they will then start on their adjuvant nivolumab. And we're giving the first 6 doses in the adjuvant setting every 2 weeks, and then we stretch it out to monthly for the last 6 doses to improve their quality of life, so they're not, tied to coming to the cancer center. So we have started enrollment. We're really ramping up. We have close to, I think it's as of February 2nd, we had about 399 sites across the, mostly in the US. Canada is coming on board, but a couple other global sites that are, just in process and getting started. And so we aim to enroll 766 patients, and they'll be randomized 1-to-1 to either the neoadjuvant, adjuvant therapy, or to standard of care surgery followed by observation. And with that amount of patients contributing, we will have, significant power to detect a difference in recurrence-free survival, and if that is found, also overall survival, specifically in the clear cell subset as well as the whole population. So if it takes, ideally 2 to 3 years to enroll, and then another couple years to have enough what we call events, which unfortunately means recurrences, for us to have enough power to detect a significant difference between the 2 arms. So that is the problem with adjuvant studies. These patients can be cured and can have long times to the disease coming back, on the order of 5 years, 50% of the time. And so these trials take a long time if we use the conventional endpoints of recurrence-free survival or disease-free survival, or even longer if we use overall survival. With things like PROSPER, where we are going to have biopsies before you get the 2 doses of nivolumab, and then we have the nephrectomy specimen. We have really this wealth of tissue, and also doing blood tests that we can, sort of wealth of samples from the patients to be able to really investigate biomarkers. And right now we have no good biomarker in kidney cancer to help say, okay, this person really has a high chance of recurring, even more than we know by just their higher stage alone. And so we hope that not only will we improve cures and outcomes with this approach, but we're also going to really provide quite a platform for discovery of hopefully biomarkers that can say, this patient actually does need the nivolumab on top of surgery, or this patient doesn't. They're highly cured with just surgery alone, and we don't have to subject them to the toxicities of therapy.